Hi there, it's Mr. Commono, Mr. C from Scribble Ink here. I'm about to give you feedback on this pretty amazing piece of writing. I saw in the email that you're year 4. Unfortunately, I didn't have your name. I know you wrote something up here, but it was in a coloured pencil that I wasn't able to read, unfortunately. So it's a shame I can't mention you by name. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through this piece sentence by sentence, and I'm going to treat you like an author. I can see you're a very good writer, so I'm not going to treat you like a baby. I'm going to give it to you straight, let you know what I like, and show you a few things that you could do to improve. So let's go sentence by sentence. Across the beautiful, glimmery waters, the sun was blazing the canopies with its rays. Okay, what I like here is that you've started with a cross. That's a where start. I like that. This here should be glimmering waters, ing, and I'm not sure waters are beautiful, so you might want to consider a different adjective there, although I like glimmering very much. The sun was blazing the canopies with its rays. Okay, I'm going to tell you now that at Scribble Ink we teach not to use the auxiliary verbs we call small words like was, were, is, are, has, had, have, be, been, being, get, got, getting, gotten. So I've noticed through here there's a lot of was's, and I'm going to challenge you to try and remove those and think of better phrasing rather than the sun was blazing. The easiest way is to say the sun blazed the canopies. Now, let's move on. With its rays, it's quite obvious to a reader that the sun blazes with rays, so this bit isn't really necessary. The idea of writing like an author is to say what you want to say in as few words as possible. So the sun blazed the canopies. That's all an author needs to say. We don't need these extra details that don't add anything because the reader knows the sun uses its rays. So that's not necessary. If you had said that the sun was only a few inches from the horizon, then that's different because that's giving more details, letting the reader know that the sun is setting or it's rising. The man's skin felt like the sun was covering him with its warmth. I like that a lot. Just watch, you've got sun twice now. We call that repetition. I'll use an R there. You could just say the man's skin was covered with warmth, or you can include it in the first sentence, blazing the canopies, warming the man's skin. Join the two sentences into one, therefore you don't need a was there. Let's move on. Trees swayed and the wind bristled. I like that a lot. The sound of an airplane hovered above him as he was gliding down the Amazon River peacefully. Okay. What you could do here, as he peacefully, put that there, as he peacefully glided down the Amazon River. It removes a was, and it fixes up this issue where we have an adverb at the end of the sentence. I'm not a big fan of putting the adverbs at the end of a sentence, rather up here. The sound of water made it more relaxing. Okay, you've got sound twice now, so that's more repetition. And rather than the sound of water made it more relaxing, see you've got small word, small word, small word. When you put too many small words in a sentence, it reduces the quality. So rather what you need is the sound of water relaxed him. Okay, that would be better than the sound of water made it more relaxing. We don't want as many small words as you've got here. The sounds, there's sounds again, so that's 3 times now. We don't want to repeat that word so many times. The sounds of birds filled the air as a faraway storm was coming towards the man steadily. There's again, you've got an adverb at the end of the sentence. Was coming steadily towards the man. As a faraway storm steadily came towards the man would be better. You're removing another was. In the distance, CE, the man could see a small village. So you've got the man here and the man there. That's repetition again. In the distance, the man could see a small village slowly getting. We don't like getting. Growing bigger, slowly growing even. Growing means getting bigger as he sailed towards it. The branches waved in honor. I like that a lot. That's really powerful writing. as he leisurely glided. See, we've got gliding twice. It was up here somewhere. Gliding. Where was gliding? Up here. Somewhere up here. So that's repetition again. Leisurely, the branches waved in honour. As he leisurely glided the boat, or as he sailed the waters, perhaps. He felt uneasy about going to the village because no one was around him. There's another was. Because no one was around to support him. Okay, I see that there. Far off, I like that. That's a where start. Far off, he could see a volcano, not just any volcano. It was going to erupt any second. See, there's a lot of small words here. We've got he, could, see, not just any. It was going to any. That phrasing, that sentence has a low lexical density. There are too many small words in this sentence. You could rewrite it. Far off, a volcano threatened to erupt. That's it. Far off, a volcano threatened to erupt. It's shorter. Remember, authors are trying to say what they want to say in a short number of words as possible, the least number of words possible. The man quickly turned off the engine. You probably don't need quickly. When you say the man turned off the engine, the reader understands that they're doing it right now. You can't turn off an engine slowly. Imagine turning a key. You can't do it slowly. It's just you turn it on or you turn it off. So quickly isn't necessary there. Turned off the engine and parked the boat. The man was off to warn the villagers. Okay, we said here there was no one around, and now he's going to see the villagers. So as a reader, I'm thinking to myself, well, hang on, are they not around or are they around? Can he warn them or aren't they there? So there may be an issue there to consider. All right, if I take a look at the piece as a whole, I would advise young writer, young author, that one of the things you could do, apart from the things that I've mentioned, significantly the wases and your repetition and ending sentences with ly and using too many small words, I would say you could improve by using a lot more adjectives in your writing. There aren't many there at all. The next thing, I think there's too much happening in the one paragraph, but, we teach a whole series on how to properly construct a short story. This is supposed to be a short story. You're trying to fit a book in a paragraph. A lot of things are happening, whereas this paragraph could simply be about going down the river. All this other stuff about the volcano and hopping out, going to warn people, they could come in separate paragraphs. Okay, we need to slow the action down. There's a lot of things happening in the one paragraph. And my final comment would be, you have a lot of noun verb starts. Look at there's a lot of thes in there. The man's skin, the sound of an airplane, the sound of water, the sound of birds, the branches. We've got the man was off. So lots of thes. And you do have a couple of wheres. You have across, you have in the distance, you have far off. So you've done some where starts. But you might like to consider more when starts, why starts, or even verb starts. And again, if you've watched our videos, we cover all of this. Overall, for grade 4, I think this is an outstanding piece of writing. But as I said, I'm treating you like an author. I'm treating you like someone who knows how to write, someone who's intelligent, and someone who understands how they can improve their writing. So I think you've done a great job. Hopefully, my feedback will help you. What you might want to consider is having another rewrite of this, but I would leave some of this volcano stuff out and just focus on the river, the trip, a bit of a description like you've done in one paragraph. Keep the other stuff for other paragraphs. Each paragraph should have one idea only, and I think you've done an outstanding job with your thinking. I can see that you are a very good writer, actually, with a lot of potential. So congratulations on what you've done here. I look forward to reading any more that you might like to show us. Well done. I'm going to sign off now, so thanks very much for sharing it with me. I've appreciated going through it. As I said, I was quite impressed. Well done. And until next time, stay safe, stay happy. Happy scribbling, young author.